funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. Hey, the funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. Hey.
My name is Halo Thomas, and you're listening to the Funny Don't Stop Show.
Hey. What's up, y'all? Can you hear me now?
And we're here.
Can you hear me? Said, can you hear me?
Yes.
Savvy, can you hear me?
I hear you, baby.
Doc, can you hear me?
Yeah, and there you
Raul,
go.
can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
What's up, y'all? What's up? I'm hoping everybody's doing good because I feel great. I'm not even going to lie to you. My name is Alex Thomas, and I am the host of
The Funny Don't Stop Show.
Yes. And right here to my right, we have none other than the man that knows the answers to everything. That's why we call him Fact Man, Said Brass in the building. What up, Said?
What up, Said
everybody? We live in effect.
Come on, man. We doing it. And to your right, we got none other than the super funny man of 1,000 voices, super hilarious, Savvy the Amusing in the building. What up,
Yes,
gang?
Savvy,
Gang.
amusing.
Back. Chilling for Corona week.
Come on, man.
doubt.
Come on, man. We're going to get into all that. I'm going to just introduce everybody up before I dive in. Right here to my left, we have a super producer slash the dude that has us looking fly every week, the man behind the camera, but he's in front of the camera this week, and you got to roll the R when you say it. Raul. What up, Raul?
Man.
You in the bit? Oh, we going to hear your voice this week.
I think that mic's on.
Yeah, you are. You know, he's
Mike's
on.
on.
He's on.
He trying to be Mexican sexy right now. Look at that.
I think that
I think the mic's on.
And to your left, we got the flyest dressed producer in radio history, Doc Clark in the
The
building.
DOC.
What
To
up,
your
Doc?
left, to your left.
To your left, to your left.
I'm just waving.
You
He
just
just
waving.
waving.
I'm not doing elbows. I'm not doing pounds. I'm just
Well, I've
waving.
been doing elbows. I mean, with y'all.
If y'all can see, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, you can see Doc has a spring pig. He had to slap the shit out of somebody over some toilet paper. I just wanted to get that out in case anybody has some questions about that.
Oh,
there you go.
absolutely. Hey, but before we now there you go.
There you go.
Now there you go. Hey, we want people to call in because we know you ain't got shit else to do.
Right.
We are the only people in the city out right now because, you know, we said we still got to bring this entertainment to you. I know they were talking about practicing social distancing.
Right.
But these are my brothers right here. And they said, you know, first it went from don't be places where there's at least 250 people. Then it went down, don't be places where there's at least 50 people. Then it went down to 10 people. And I'm like, well, you know what?
Right.
There's only 5 of us in
Right.
here.
Yep.
And we see each other every week. And I
Yeah.
trust that we are all responsible
Yeah.
people. So I felt like, you know what? In the name of entertainment, in the
Right.
name of the Funny Don't Stop Show, I'm going to come here. And I know God has my back and he has all of yours also.
Right.
We stay prayed up. So we were going to continue on and do what we got to do. What's your feeling on that, Sid?
Oh, definitely, man. We got to keep pushing. All the other news outlets are out there. So, you know,
Yeah.
why not us? You know, everybody
Yeah.
else is reporting the news. So
Absolutely.
they need us out here to report the perspective from a comedic perspective, from a news perspective, from a social perspective.
From the Funny Don't Stop Show perspective.
Yeah,
right.
no doubt.
You know,
No
what did you
doubt.
feel about that, Sid? I mean, Savvy?
Oh man, it's just a surreal thing for me to see, man, because I'm a person that's into science fiction. I watch The Walking Dead, and this is so looking like that, bro. It's looking like Alexandria in this motherfucker, man. And it's really real out here. Like I wish our cameras was able to show you because we're in a window studio on Hollywood Boulevard, and Hollywood Boulevard is usually popping. Like there's nobody outside right now. Like people are totally freaked out. Nobody's outside. Last week, you know, we had meth heads coming up to the window, putting their ass on the glass. And ain't none of that going on today, man.
Right,
So it's
right.
just absolutely crazy for me to see it, man.
Put it this way. I got from Studio City to Hollywood in a whopping 3 minutes.
Damn.
You would have thought I lived a block away from here. There was absolutely no
whopping 3 minutes.
traffic on the 101 at
Word.
all. Like when we pulled up, it kind of felt it feels weird, but I know this may sound crazy. I almost feel like if there's people like us, because we're very smart people. We're not just hanging out. We're not, obviously there's no clubs to go to. We're not we're not hanging out in restaurants. There's no restaurants. I feel like this was necessary, and I feel like it's actually the safest time because there ain't nobody outside.
Yeah, ain't nobody out.
Yes.
You know, and yes, we are still practicing what we're practicing. Like I said, we're doing elbows and, You know what I mean? Thank God everybody's, nobody's sick in here. We're just going to give it to you how we give it to you. First things first, today's show is sponsored by Clorox.
Clorox bleach.
Wow.
Clorox bleach. Raul, are you getting that? Which camera? Is that my camera right there? Clorox, and we wiped down everything.
Wipe me down.
Wipe it down. We wiped down. Mike, put it this way. We even took the little foam off these and wiped these down also. And
definitely.
our boards are wiped down and everything. So we're in good hands. And, we also still from last week, we have our sanitizer.
Oh, yeah, got mine.
Last week it was gifts from Bed Bath & Beyond or Bath & Body Works, aromatherapy.
This is bomb right here, man.
I'm going to need one every Tuesday now, Alex.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what we need to get as our sponsor.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need one every Tuesday, man.
What's funny is I went because of I always go to get soaps and stuff like that, but I went specifically to get some sanitizer.
Right.
Didn't have nothing.
Oh, in Bath and Body Works?
They have nothing.
Oh, so me and my wife, we did it at
cleaned
the
them
right
out.
time.
You cleaned them out.
You really did clean them out. Now, here's the thing, you guys. I feel like, because I feel it, and you guys, we're all friends. A lot of people don't realize we actually are all friends. It's not like I just show up with 3 guys that I would never talk to, right?
Right.
I feel like this crew of people, all these brothers right here, we're all into hygiene and we're clean type people. Like I was always a dude to wash my hands. I was always into personal hygiene. But if this is what it takes for people to get their hygiene together in their lives, then so be it. If this is gonna finally make people, every time you wipe your ass, wash your hands. if it's gonna make people, every time you're out and about, when you come home, you should wipe your face. Then if this is what it took, this is what it took. I mean, what you guys feeling on that?
No, I think it's adding to societal issues. It will add to the problem, but it won't clearly solve the problem. I think
it's still gonna be some niggas that not wipe their hands with soap and water.
Yeah, and the problem still is going to exist even if everybody did wash their hands and wash their behinds, right? So I think, a lot of this is just eating healthy, genetics and some things we just can't get around. But yes, it will add to the problem that we have with so many just nasty people out there.
Oh, absolutely. Real quick before we continue on, we want everybody, like I said earlier, you ain't got shit to do. Everybody is on quarantine right now. So give us a call, 323-503. 2070.
2070.
Yeah. So 323-503-2070. Give us a call. We want to hear from you guys all night long. We're talking about all kind of shit. I know one thing that's bothering me right now. There is no sports.
Yeah.
It is driving me crazy, and you don't realize how much you love sports until it's all gone.
Dude.
Yeah.
Is this bothering anybody else? Am I the only sports
because my
fanatic?
TV stays on ESPN
Same here.
or Fox Sports.
Yeah.
And I go from one room
Absolutely.
to the next room.
Absolutely.
And it's the same channel.
Absolutely.
That's literally all I watch in the morning. That's it.
Dude, I'm a sports fanatic. Sad, what about you? I mean,
It don't bother me too much, man. I'm actually liking it. I don't really turn
Sid's
on the
reading books.
Yeah,
Like, you don't got time for
he's
sports.
reading books.
what am I talking about? He's on his 3rd encyclopedia.
He's reading
Wait, no.
Sports Illustrated.
Did you buy almanacs last week or something?
Hey, look, books right now are at an all-time discount right now.
I've heard.
And so,
I've
just
heard.
being creative. I was actually in the house playing Uno with my girl the other day.
See, that's
you know
cool.
What I mean? Playing Monopoly.
It's definitely bringing people closer. Like, say the dudes that's out and about type dudes that don't know anything about quality time.
Yeah.
This is like forcing. But to let you know how bad it is, Raul, that there's no sports on. I actually found myself watching a goddamn cricket match the other night.
Oh, snap.
At 3:00 in the morning, I'm watching Australian cricket on ESPN 4.
wow.
Like some shit I would have never watched before.
Wow.
I've only seen cricket on like highlights. But now I know motherfuckers' names and teams.
Yeah.
I was watching Southeast Wales versus New England, New Zealand and shit.
Yeah, it ain't nothing out there, man. It's just dead water out there. I'm still out in the streets every day, man. Still
Are you
working.
really?
You out in the streets?
Yeah, I'm still
How?
out in the streets
Be hard.
working, moving about, man, doing my thing.
Okay,
That's
can you
right.
tell me what the hell is your thing to be moving around right now?
We got a
man,
call, too.
I'm still dealing with contacts. I'm still dealing with clients. But let's get to the caller. See what the caller.
We got a caller. I didn't hear
we
it.
got
Okay.
a caller. Hold on.
All right, let's do it. Caller, what is your name and where you calling us from?
Hi, my name is Parrish Michelle Blair, and I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Oh,
Hey, Houston.
okay. What's up, Parrish? I know
What
Parrish.
it do, H-Down? You on quarantine right now, Parrish?
Yes, I am.
So what's up, girl? First of all, thanks for calling the Funny Don't Stop Show. Holla at us. We here to talk about whatever you want to talk about, girl.
Yo, real quick, I know Paris.
Whatever.
She's a sex expert.
I can tell.
Are you really serious?
Yes.
From her voice, I
Yeah.
can tell
It sound like she's playing-
there's some sex stuff going on.
Oh, it sounds like she was playing with herself?
There's some sex happening for sure.
Did you hear a device in the background, Doc?
Nah, just her voice. She got the voice.
Yeah, no, she definitely has a voice for sure. I promise. I was gonna say she has some with sex.
Wait, are you guys joking? Or
I'm serious. I'm dead
All
serious.
right, so Paris, talk to us. Tell
I
us
don't
who
know
you are.
her, but her voice sounds like she's into sex. For
Okay,
sure.
Paris, talk to us and explain to us if you're playing with yourself right now during your quarantine downtime.
Well, I just first of all want to say this is how I always chill. This is how I live my life. I'm at home most of the time. I travel the world for a living, and I talk about masturbation.
Oh, Lord.
You're a very interesting person. We need to have you in here live one week. When you come to LA, you need to show us the new shit.
Until then, FaceTime works.
So talk to us, Paris.
I haven't hardly said anything yet. You guys have material, and I just started talking. I just wanted to say this one thing to encourage people that are tripping over this little glitch where you have to do things a little bit differently. Since 2014, unplanned, not because I wanted to, I started being isolated to stay home, work through social media, and basically not really fuck with a lot of. Can I say that?
Yeah, say what you want.
You already said it.
Okay.
You said it.
So you're telling us you've basically practiced social distancing and quarantining for a while now.
But not with the same intention. I didn't even know why I was doing it. I had a whole Seth probably knows a little bit about. I won't take up too much time, but I follow my inner guidance. When your gut tells you take your umbrella, and you're like, oh, you forget, or you're like, I don't want to carry that, and then it starts to rain, and you're like, something told me to take my umbrella. I had a death experience where I died and came back to life in 2010, and one of the commitments I made to get back in my body is no matter what, I'm going to follow my inner guidance and trust it, no matter what it is, because I was so chronic with not listening to it and asking other people and talking to mentors. So my inner guidance told me, stay home, homeschool your son. These are all the things that people are tripping over, but this is like the luxury of my life. I stayed home, homeschooled my son, basically rested, thought about my goals, looked at my vision board, looked at positive things on YouTube because I don't watch TV, and I masturbated.
So all you do, let me ask you, if you don't
Wait,
watch...
Alex, she's getting to the good
You
part.
cut off on a good part.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry, keep going.
I masturbated and thought about what if I was the woman right now with everything I wanted, and I was masturbating like I am right now. How would I let myself breathe? How would I allow myself to enjoy this? How would I allow myself to have the orgasm? And then when I had the orgasm, because I was practicing the whole time, breathing, thinking, being this woman who already has it, I'm not worried about it. I already have it. I'm so happy. I'm going to celebrate with my sex. I would say thank you in some shape or form when I have the orgasm, and then I would get up and move around in my place like, what if I already had it and I was cleaning up the kitchen? What if I already had it and I was helping my son with the homework? So I'm saying that that's all I did. And then the voice told me, go on Facebook and start, and when I say I'm talking about my inner voice, when I say the voice, go on Facebook and tell people you're doing this. And I was terrified. I didn't know what my friends like said would think. I didn't know what my mom would think. And I did it just staying home, if you want to call it quarantine, whatever, being socially distant. The people that didn't, like, why is Paris doing that on Facebook? Or all of a sudden she's like being naked all the time. What's up with that? I didn't even know what those people were thinking because I wasn't around them. I was at home doing what this voice told me to do. Think about what you want, go to sleep, spend quality time with your son, love yourself, get over people judging you, all those things. And then a woman saw my video with me just doing this for 8 months and said, I think I want you to travel the world. I'll sponsor your tour. I didn't have business cards or website. I never even told anybody outside of that video that she saw that I want to, do this Paris Blair Love Affair tour.
Was the video, I got to ask you a question, was the video of you masturbating?
No, the video was me on Facebook telling people this is what I do. I talk to God when I masturbate. And when I talk about the things that I want, they show up in 48 hours or less. I've been journaling about this.
So you're encouraging masturbating while prayer during masturbation, or?
Absolutely. When you can synergize your sensuality, your sexuality, and your spirituality, when you get rid of judgment.
So what's your favorite scripture when you're playing with yourself?
My favorite scripture when I'm playing with myself, I really don't read the Bible much. I live it.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good answer. My other question was, what do you like if somebody asks you what you do?
Everything I'm talking about is faith. And so I'm saying, while people are at home, instead of worrying and looking at the news and start practicing being back at work. Start practicing paying your mortgage. Whatever you're worried about. That's just what I wanted to say quickly. But I don't
start
know
playing
what
with
you're
yourself.
asking about my work. Yeah.
So quick question before we get off. I have a couple of quick questions. And somebody write this down. What is your Instagram? So we can give you a little pub here, because we have people listening all over the world, and you never know. There might have been people to need to hear this. Maybe this will help people get through their quarantine times if they just play with themselves.
I want to say, I love you for being funny, because you're healing the world by being that way. And I love you so much for allowing me to, say where people can find me. Thank you for that and being supportive. So you can, if you want to know what my content is about, first of all, it's private. So I have to accept you in. If you're sensitive to nudity or sexuality or anything that I said, you probably shouldn't go looking, because it won't be the place for you. But you can check it out at Parish Blair TV or Sexy Spirit TV on Instagram.
Sexy Spirit TV.
I pretty much figured that what you do would be private, because unfortunately, even though I'm listening to what you're saying, and it might be something that's great for you, it sounds like something that would be quite graphic. So not just anybody could watch.
It's not.
How do you masturbate and it not be graphic? It's not like you're playing with your kneecaps.
Instagram won't allow me to masturbate. I'm not doing that. I'm talking about it, and most of the time I'm naked. I like not wearing clothes, or just wearing a bikini, or wearing a sarong. So I'm myself. I just turn on the camera and tell people what I think.
Right.
Okay, so do you have are you on those private? What's those things called? You guys mentioned to me. It's called private only, or fans only.
Pornhub.
No, I don't have a fans only page, because I'm not a webcam girl. I'm not a porn star. I love sex. I love talking about it, but that's not what I do for a living. I'm a producer. I produce content that inspires people to live the life of their dreams. I'm using my life as a demonstration. I just happen to be a sex goddess, and this is what I do. But
you go ahead on with your bad self, girl.
Quick question. So do you
Before we
actually,
leave, because we only have time for one more.
do you actually engage in intercourse, or are you just pleasing yourself?
Are you talking about in my work or in my personal life?
Either or. Because it sounds like you're home a lot. So
And I could have sworn you said you have a child or a son. Did you say a son or a daughter?
Yeah.
I have 3 sons and a daughter.
So you've had some good old sex before in the past. Quite a bit.
I'm good at it. I know how to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like you're good at it. 4 kids.
Well, I'm good at it because I feel good about it.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Because I love it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So anyway,
Well, Parrish, I want to thank you for coming on.
I masturbate. Oh, okay.
No, go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
Finish that
What
last.
was that?
Finish that last masturbation comment, and then we gotta.
Finish that last nut. I mean, comment.
I'm trying to take over your platform. I'm sorry. I was trying to answer his question.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
In my personal life, I love connecting, and I have sex, and I masturbate, and I do what I want to do as a sex goddess. In my professional life, anything I do with sexuality is in relationship to teaching people. I've been a demonstration partner where I let the woman demonstrate that you can make your woman squirt by doing certain things.
Whoa.
So
Right. Squirting is a big topic, and there's a lot of women out there that don't know how to squirt. There's girls that might be a little squirt, and there's some girls that can do waterfalls.
And I also teach a workshop on how to give a DJ with a heart full of gratitude. So most people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say that.
Exactly.
A blowjob?
I'm talking about
with gratitude. So
there's
you're
no
happy
work
when you do
involved.
it.
There's no work involved, only pleasure. It's a BJ with a heart full of gratitude. I only use those initials.
Go back. You're talking fast. You said it's a BJ with a what?
Heart full of attitude.
A heart full of attitude.
Well, no. To me, if you're gonna give a blowjob, your heart and soul has to be in it
You got to be happy.
to really do the job.
A heart full of gratitude is not about what she's doing for the man. it's about how good she feels that she gets to do it because she can be orgasmic. So instead of women thinking, I got to do this for him, hurry up and get it over with, she's thinking, oh, good, this is a pleasure I can only get by doing this with you.
Well, you know what? I have to tell you this.
I love
Not
that.
to mean to cut you off
that
because
mindset, though.
Yeah, I love your mindset. It sounds like you're very focused in your work. It sounds like you're really good at what you do. And if you're ever in the LA area,
give us a call.
Give us a call. But fuck calling. We need to have you in studio.
No, I would love to have her in studio.
Wouldn't she be a great guest?
I would love to have her in studio.
When's the last time you came to LA?
Paris, you were supposed to move to LA at one time, right?
Said, how do you know all that shit?
Said, how do you know?
Yo,
Paris, like, tell your mama I said hi.
Yo, me and Paris go back. She lives in Houston, so I'm like the mayor of Houston, pseudo mayor of Houston.
Right.
And mayors get special privileges as well.
And you would get together with Paris and y'all would read.
No, bro. It's not even like that. Not even like that.
Okay.
I'm cool with her sister and knew her from Houston, and just on a straight up
on a personal level.
Well, thank you so much, Paris, for calling us. We really appreciate. We love getting insight from all different types of people. You know our Instagram at the Funny Don't Stop Show. Please give us hit us on Instagram and say, hey, I had a good time with you. And the next time you come out here to LA, slide in one of our DMs. Let us know that you're going to be here, and we'll love to have you on the show.
And until then, busting up while listening to us.
Exactly.
Why not?
Watch me. I'm going to.
We love that.
Wait, what did she say?
And there you go.
I just posted this on my page, so I hope that more people find out about your show. Good night.
Thank you so
Good
much,
night.
Paris.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a great,
That was a great
unexpected
call.
call.
That was amazing. Like, she has literally the best job. She gets to travel the world and masturbate
And
pray.
Right.
No. So listen,
And we're up here trying to live because of the coronavirus, and her whole thing is masturbating on different
while
continents.
Yeah, dude. I knew her before this transformation. That's what she was explaining, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. She's right. She was a person I do just like a regular girl coming through my parties and stuff. And next thing you know, she's like naked on all of her like posts.
There you
Okay,
go.
can you describe what she looks like? Because none of us know what she looks like.
Is she cute?
She's a
Is she black? Is she white?
She's
I
black.
don't know nothing.
No, black sister. Her sister intern for me and worked for me. Like used to work my doors at my parties. She was her older sister.
Okay.
Did she masturbate and pray also?
None of that. I didn't know. I don't know any of that. I don't know her in that capacity. Only through social media. From when I knew her, she was just like a corporate girl and
corporate masturbator. Okay, cool.
And
come on, guys, it's okay to laugh.
There you go.
We're all, so it's interesting in life, just in general, seeing people transform. I know people see me transform, go through as an engineer, then go through a party promoter.
I've seen it with you. You've done it all, dude.
Yeah. So I think that it's interesting seeing people go through that transformation. I didn't even know she was calling in. Shouts out to Paris for calling in. And
said, just don't become a hermit and jack off all day. We don't want
man.
Don't do that.
No, man. Nah. It's all
Hey, let's get back on this topic. I was about to tell you, like we were talking about how there's no sports on, but you know what I've been catching up on, you guys? I have been catching up on all the 30 for 30s. Are you guys big 30 for 30 fans?
Huge 30 for 30 fans.
I finally caught Mike Vick's 30 for 30.
I only saw part one, but here's the thing now with ESPN. Do you have ESPN Plus that you have to pay for it?
No, I don't.
No.
Because now
I get everything on ESPN.
But what they do now with 30 for 30, if you don't catch it when the first runs, if you want to watch it again, you have to watch on ESPN Plus, and you have to pay for that.
Oh, what I didn't know.
Wow. So maybe now they're just showing reruns because they need
there's
content.
no sports.
There's nothing on.
All I know is if you don't know Michael Vick's story, you need to. I actually know him personally, and he's always a cool dude with me. But I didn't realize how much the dude went through. Long story short, you guys know. Yes, we all know the deal. He did 23 months in prison for dog fighting, and unfortunately, he paid his debt to society. But he's the only dude in NFL history to get $200 million contracts, two separate.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
He got $100 million when he was the star of the Falcons, and the Eagles gave him the chance of a lifetime the month he got out of prison and said, we're going to give this man a second chance. And at that time, here's the cold part about it. And I remember seeing this, but you don't know what was going on at that time. Remember, at that time, Donovan McNabb was the star of their team.
Yeah.
He was their starting quarterback for years, but he could never seal the deal.
Yeah.
He could never seal the deal. So the year Vic got out, they gave him a chance to be the third string quarterback.
Yeah.
And and they traded Donovan McNabb, and then their other starter got hurt.
And then Michael Vick, he started.
But a month later, they gave him another $100 million. Like if God wasn't on his side. So you guys definitely have to watch that 30 for 30 because it was deep, man. Dude's been through so much shit, man, but he's still here to talk about it. So I deserve it. I think everybody deserves a second chance because there was white people that wanted to give that dude the death penalty.
Yeah.
Like real talk.
He's doing great now as a sportscaster. I think he's doing real good.
So shout out to Michael Vick. He's doing his thing. Let's get straight into this, man. Rudy Gobert was the first in the league as a player to come out with the coronavirus. Unfortunately, you know what happened was, remember that happened like during they were about to play.
The game was just about to tip off,
and he got it, and then boom, the next day their superstar player Donovan Mitchell, then he got it. And remember, that was right before LeBron was saying, hey, man, I'm still going to play. I think it kind of hit home when brothers were seeing that other guys in the league were contacting the virus. Like, what's your feeling on that, Savvy?
Well, man, I just believe what LeBron meant. He was like, look, man, this game is all about the fans, man. You know, this thing is not bad enough for me to want to come in an arena and play to silence until he found out that it was a real thing. And, you know, these athletes...
It
hit home, man. So now that it's been proven that, you know, regular people and athletes are getting this and actors are getting this stuff, I think they're taking it 20 times more serious, and they understand that they need to quarantine because of it.
And put it this way. So I honestly feel that Adam Silver...
Commissioner.
I feel like the commissioner did the right thing because, I mean, they caught it like right before it, you know, started to spin out of control.
Right.
I just know, I think they're saying, well, first of all, let's jump ahead. Tomorrow, the Lakers are supposed to do a team coronavirus test. And they said nobody, because here's the crazy part. The last team the Utah Jazz played was the Lakers last week.
Right.
So there was a scare with that. So they're doing the test as a team tomorrow. And then they're saying that, and after that, they're going to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. Yeah. So when they told us 30 days or maybe 2 months, I'm going to be honest with you, we really don't know. I think that was just to get the ball rolling. But it could end up being more because think about it. Let's say they did come back in 1 month and somebody plays against the Utah Jazz. First of all, Rudy Gobert is going to score 139 points.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody getting near his ass.
He is breaking Wilt Chamberlain's record by a landslide because ain't nobody guard that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
See how that goes.
So, you know what I mean? That's kind of an unfortunate situation, man.
Yeah, plus you have to, I knew that they were going to start testing the Lakers because when they start saying, including superstar Kevin Durant was tested positive for it.
Today. This afternoon.
Right. And you know that the Lakers had played the Brooklyn Nets. Right. So now they're saying, okay, well, we got to test the Lakers now, you know, because they just played the Nets. So, I mean.
Here's the crazy thing about with Kevin, right?
Yeah.
So they said he just contacted it today, but the league has been down for at least a week or two now. Would you say? Week and a half?
Couple of weeks.
And they said, you know, everybody kind of self-quarantine. But you know what this sounds like to me? It sounds like the teams have been practicing amongst themselves.
They have been.
Because they said not only did Kevin Durant get it, 4 other players on the team got it.
Yeah.
So that means if they were all self-quarantined, 4 dudes wouldn't get it.
That's true.
So, and I think they're kind of going off the whole, okay, we can at least practice amongst each other and we're not around thousands of people.
Right.
It's just our gym, just our guys. But I think today is kind of validation that when you're doing like what they're doing and they're sweating and they're close, you know, you got trainers touching these guys. There's a lot of hand-on-hand situations in sports.
Right.
Whether you're in the locker room or it's training or, you know what I mean? Just passing the ball around.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. Everybody's sweat gets on that ball.
Yeah.
You know, you're in a sport like that. You know what I'm saying?
But this is the part that I'm not understanding, man. When I first saw this thing, it was literally people in China like falling out and shaking and having seizures. And now when you listen to like Idris, when you listen to KD, when you listen to Donovan Mitchell, Tom Hanks, they're like, oh, I didn't have any symptoms at all. I'm absolutely fine.
Right.
So I'm like, what is this shit?
You know what I think it is?
Is it 2 different ones?
No, I'm about to tell you. Like it says the 02 plus the 09.
What the hell is it?
It's the beta version, man.
Right.
Stupid.
Here's what I think, you guys. I think it's like any other virus or common cold. There's different degrees. We've all had colds before, a cold that's mild, cold that's not really bad. Then we've had those type of colds that got you on your ass for 2 days.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that, and somebody else said, I think I saw this on the news today. Dude, somebody was saying, just because, remember, you still can get a regular cold, guys.
Right.
You can still have a regular, not everything is the COVID, how you say COVID-19?
Yeah.
How you say it?
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Yes.
Feel free to talk, Raul. You can talk,
COVID.
Is it the convict-19? What the hell is it?
COVID-19.
Yeah, COVID. Whatever it is, you guys, I think there's levels to it.
Yeah.
So, and let's just be real too. We're talking about athletes that have some of the best insurance. They have $1 billion worth of medical attention on these teams, right? You got trainers that can handle anything and everything. So they have great medical attention. Not to say that your insurance doesn't,
right?
But you get what I'm saying.
We got a couple callers too.
Okay, let's do it. Let's take a few calls.
Hey, caller, what's up? Where you calling from?
I'm calling to talk about Tom Brady.
Hey, you want to talk about Tom Brady?
This is one of Savvy's people.
What's your name?
Sure.
What's your name? You sound 11 years old. How old are you?
Hey, Alec, you just offended that dude.
He was like, "Fuck you, I'm 12."
And there you go.
I ain't 11.
Hold on, we got another caller.
Yeah.
Let's go. Caller, what's up? Where you calling from?
Oh, Wonders.
Is that the same one?
Is this the same? Is this the same kid?
Man.
Just a second. How you doing, man? What's your name?
Christian.
Justin.
Christian.
How old are you, Christian?
I'm 12.
I was close.
You was close.
I said, "How you doing tonight, man? What's going on? You quarantining right now?"
No, I'm at home.
That's funny, but you're a little kid, so that's all right. So what's up, man? Talk to us. What you want to talk about tonight? You said something about Tom Brady. Where you think he's going to end up going, man?
I know he signed with the Buccaneers.
Yes, he did.
Like that.
So
that's going to be horrible.
do you think that that's a good place for Tom Brady to go?
Horrible.
Nah, he's old.
Okay.
There you go.
So since he's old, Christian, what team is the right team for him to go to?
He should retire.
Well, Christian, we're all thinking that. But since he said he's going to sign with another team, if he had to go to a team, what team do you think it'll be?
Nah, he should just retire.
Oh, you think he should just retire? Well, there you have it. Christian, 11 years old. What city you calling from?
Virginia.
Virginia. How'd you find out about the Funny Don't Stop show?
Huh?
How did you find out about the Funny Don't Stop show?
Oh, I don't know.
They like, yo, I don't know. I just came up on this.
I got a question.
Are you on the weed?
Did somebody put you up to this call, though, Christian? Who gave you the phone number, Christian?
I just saw on your IG.
Oh, it was on IG. Maybe it was on Savvy's
It was on
IG.
Savvy's.
Savvy has little boys that follow.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa,
Right?
Oh man, why you make it sound like that? Nigga? You made it sound like that was Michael Jackson or some shit.
Right? Messed up.
Hey. I know that came out wrong. You know what I mean. You have a younger following.
Yeah, say it like that, man.
little Christian,
Don't do that.
Oh, you got little boys. Hey, Savvy, I wouldn't take that, homie.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't take that.
No, you know what I mean.
I would not take that.
You know what I mean. Little young kid. Christian, let me ask you a question. Is there anybody in your house that follows Savvy music? Okay, so you raised by wolves? I mean, where's your mommy and daddy at, Christian?
They're sleeping.
Wow. Okay, you could just be calling anywhere you want, no matter what. Because are you a really cool kid? Like, how you doing in school?
I'm doing good. I just play a lot of basketball.
Oh, you just play a lot of basketball. All right. Well, Savvy, say something to him real quick before we get on to the next call.
What's up, Christian? How you doing, buddy?
Good.
All right, man.
Did he say lit?
He said either lit or good. He said one of them.
Boy, you're a cool 12-year-old.
Yeah, he's too cool, man.
You sound like you got a girlfriend and a job.
I don't got a girl.
You sound like you're about to cuss a nigga out, too.
Yeah. Right?
Hey, well, thanks for calling, Christian. We really appreciate that. And keep listening to the Funny Don't Stop show, okay?
All right.
Take your ass
Take
to
it
bed.
easy,
All right,
man.
Christian, buddy.
All right, bye.
I would tell them to go to school tomorrow, but
Christian
are
sound
they
like
going to school in Virginia? Are they going to school tomorrow?
I don't know, but Christian need to pay his taxes. Christian's like, I don't know how I got the number, nigga. Nigga, it was on a phone booth, homie. Shit.
Yo, Alex.
We got another caller real quick.
It was too cool.
Hold on.
All right, let's do it.
Caller, what's up?
Hi, I want to talk about Tom Brady.
Oh, this is the same one.
Wait a second. If you know what, I think this is a little kid that loves Savvy so much that he does impressions also.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Christian, you ain't fooling nobody right now. Christian, you just went from 8th grade to 9th grade. Nigga, all you did was pull your voice up 1 octave. Wait, stop. Okay, who is this? What's your name?
My name is Joshua.
Hi, Joshua.
Yeah, somebody playing.
Hey, Joshua, how old are you?
Me?
No, yes, you, Josh. How old are you?
I'm 7.
Oh, you're
7.
So
You're
you're
young
7
guy.
and you're college. So how did you get the number here to the Funny Don't Stop Show?
I seen it on Instagram.
Oh, you seen it on Instagram. Do you have a question for us?
Now I want to talk about Tom Brady.
Man, we gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go. We
Yeah,
got
come
You
on,
go to
man.
bed. You go to bed.
And stop putting that shit on me, Alex.
Man, he's doing impressions.
This shit ain't looking good.
This
You
look-
you didn't put 2 little boys on me, nigga.
I want to talk about Tom Brady.
Now, I will say this, Safi. If one more nigga calls and he's 5, I'm calling children's services.
Right. Let's take this caller.
Oh, it's the
Let's see
same.
what's up. We have another caller?
It's the same one, man.
Dude, how
It's the
many
same.
lines could this little nigga have?
They keep putting it on me, man.
All right, let's listen.
Yo, what's that?
What's
Yeah,
happening?
okay.
All right, we got
What's
an
going
adult.
on?
There we
Now
go.
you sound like your name is Uncle Earl, nigga.
What's happening?
What's your name, bruh?
Yo, I'm Ty, but they call me C-Real.
What up, C-Real?
See, real.
Hey, what city you calling from?
Is Savvy there?
Save me.
Nigga, you don't even know how to say his name. Savvy?
Next caller.
You need to start saying your
Savvy.
name more so people know how to say it right.
Is Savvy there?
No, but
Yeah.
Savvy is. Talk to him, Savvy.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Good, man. You remember me, right? It was been a while.
Of course. He knows your voice.
From
The block is hot right now.
from where, bro?
From Nova Scotia, Canada, man.
From Nova Scotia. You been in Nova Scotia?
Canada.
Yeah, you remember him.
Yeah, man. I'm Canada. I'm Canadian, yeah.
Okay.
We
Oh,
figured
my
that.
man. Hey, yo, bro, I heard y'all not letting Americans in there right now, man.
Fuck that.
All right, I'm gonna get a little deeper here. You didn't know how to say his name. Do you follow him on Instagram? You know his name is Savvy the Amusing, and you called him Savvy. So you need to explain. If you're a fan of him, how do you not know how to say his name?
Because I got taken down on Instagram to 10,000 followers, so I lost contact with a lot of people.
And
Oh,
what does that
yeah.
have to do with
Yeah.
enunciation?
Well, Alex, because he's probably on Wafy.
Well, niggas say weepy. They say weepy. So real quick, man, because we got a lot of calls. You have a question or something you want to talk about?
Yeah, but Tom Brady, man, shit,
No.
I think he's just gonna spend some time with his family and shit.
Okay, so if he wants to spend
His
time with
family's
his
in
family,
Tampa?
why Tampa?
I got one question for you guys. Where is your radio station so I can tune in and shit? I appreciate it.
You can check us out on Dash. Download the app. It's free on your Apple or Google Play. You can check us out on Dash for this live feed right now. You can see us also live. If you go to the Funny Don't Stop Show on Facebook, we're streaming live on there.
You guys got an Instagram?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's at The Funny Don't Stop Show. Say it with me. The Funny Don't Stop Show. And also, man, just so you know before we go, we're on all platforms now. So if you ever listen to any other people's shows on iHeart, if you ever listen on iTunes, Spotify, you can check us out. Thanks for calling us, man.
And peace
Appreciate
to
you.
Canada, man. Much love, brother.
Man, I appreciate the love. I'll say one thing. I'm actually a music artist and a comedian, so I'm definitely going to be showing love.
Absolutely.
man,
Appreciate
love,
it,
brother.
man.
Appreciate you, bro.
brother. Keep following Savvy.
Hey, stay safe from the corona. Niggas, don't come back.
So, Alex, speaking of Corona, I found the fun fact that I just showed Savvy.
Okay.
So if you go on Google Translate,
And it's creepy.
if you go on Google Translate, I'm not gonna even tell it to you. I'm gonna show it to you. So if you go on Google Translate and you translate the COVID,
The word COVID.
COVID in Hebrew, it shows the symbol. for what COVID is on Google Translate, right? If you translate it back, because you don't know what that means, just symbols, right?
Because it looks like it's in Hebrew.
It is.
Okay.
So if you translate it back, switch from Hebrew to English, what does the symbol translate to?
Wow. Kobe. What's that have to do with anything? Now?
COVID is Kobe in Hebrew.
Wow, that's an interesting fact. I wouldn't tie them together in any kind of way.
I just think that's interesting. That's just an interesting play on words. That
I'm not even gonna speak on that one, but I hear you. And
there you go.
Not that you go. Savvy, we gonna have to start making sure you say your name.
Yeah.
So people don't be calling up talking about Sadie.
It's happened to me so many times.
Really?
Like literally, I've walked on stage before and I'm like, coming in from South Central LA, y'all give it up for Swayze.
The amusing.
I'm like, what the fuck?
That is crazy. Let's move on, man. So I want to talk about it's been a lot of stuff. You said something about Italy, where Italy I think is the second biggest country in the world that's been hit by the coronavirus, and they suspended mortgage payments.
Yes, man. They shut the whole city down. But the beautiful thing, not the city, but the country down. And the beautiful thing is that they suspended all mortgage payments for all citizens of Italy.
Is that going to happen to Los Angeles? Because Lord knows.
Shit.
Well, first of all, every day you turn on the news right now, literally every hour is something new. And just to piggyback off of what he's saying, I mean, I know there's going to be people saying that we're crazy being here tonight, but like I said, we prayed up. It's just like the news. When you see the news every night, there's there's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of us in the studio right now. I'm gonna keep
repeating
compliance.
We're in full compliance.
Yeah, we're in full compliance.
We are.
They said 10 or more. We're with 5, and like I said, we're sponsored by Clorox tonight, so we are wiping down every 10, 15 minutes. But here's what I think is happening, you guys. I think that they don't want to put people in a mass hysteria. They don't want to use the words. What's the word when the military comes out?
Martial
law.
So what they're doing, they're spoon feeding us
in doses
to get prepared. I honestly feel, and remember when I said
now y'all
this,
getting where I'm at.
Okay.
I've been here.
No. You have been talking about this for a while, but it's got more and more serious for the whole world. So now it went from something just a few people knew about to like, we all have to. We can't be ignorant or bliss to what's going on. Here's what I think is happening, and whoever wants to talk about it after me, chime in, tap in. I feel like in the next week or two, we're gonna get the basic the hit or the call that LA is going to be shut down and we cannot leave our homes.
Right.
Because all these people that are going into, the 2-hour lines at Costco, the 3-hour lines at Ralph's and all these places, they're not gonna let you do all that and then say it was a false alarm. I honestly feel, because I think it's starting right now in Northern California, where they're telling you just do not leave your homes. Not to scare the hell out of us, but to just honestly look, if there's less people in the streets and we close down everywhere that people will go, that's going to give less chances for it to spread. I just feel like we're headed down. I think by the end of the week we might be there.
We're already there in San Francisco, which is crazy. They've totally shut down San Francisco, and they're on a 24-hour curfew. Only people can leave out of their house is if they're going to the hospital or to the grocery store.
Right. But then again, how do you monitor that? How do you monetize if you're not going to buy some weed?
That's the scary part.
Exactly. How do you monetize that?
Because once the National Guards and the military come in,
that's if they go there. No. Of course we'll know then, Sid. But I was trying to leave the National Guard, and what's the word we just said again? Martial law.
Martial law.
Obviously, if martial law happens, it's really gonna fuck people up when you don't see anybody on the streets and all you see is tanks.
Well, that's
military. That's gonna scare the fuck out of people.
I think that's a little down the line, right? So just because the military is governing the process doesn't mean it's martial law yet. Right? So I'm saying they're going to ease the military in the process to be able to do triage, which means that if you have a sickness and you want to be treated, go down to the Rose Bowl and get swabbed by the military. We're not in martial law yet, even if they do a curfew. So there's a difference. I'm saying right now, what you just
the spoon-fed part.
They're gonna spoon feed it out. So they're gonna make it to where the military is working with us, and everybody wants to use the military. Then after we get acclimated to using the military,
that's by design too.
That's all by design.
And
that's what they want.
I feel like the way they're doing it is they are doing it slowly because they don't want mass hysteria.
Yeah.
And I think they mentioned today that they're now slowly going to start turning abandoned places into hospitals. Did you hear about that today?
Okay.
Did we hear about that today? Like either old hospitals or places that you can, like say large warehouses that they can put all the equipment in there, kind of expecting that if something huge happens in the next 2 weeks. They said, remember, they counted the amount of ICU beds in California right now. So let's just be real. I think they said there's 3,000 beds available.
Yeah.
But if 10,000 people come down with it in the next month or two,
we're gonna house them.
And that's why they're slowly
But
letting you know.
here's simple logic, though, right? How is the celebrities that so say getting it? They like, oh, we just chilling at the house.
Exactly.
Right.
So
Well, you don't know what they're
them-
doing. You don't know what Idris Elba was doing. I mean, Tom Hanks is in another country.
No, he's back at home. They're tweeting.
No. But for the fact that you said back, the bottom line is when it happened, he was in Australia.
In his hotel room, chilling.
I get it, but the bottom line, he was in another country. Mm-hmm. So not knocking that because obviously it's a worldwide epidemic right now. It ain't just, you know what I mean? All I'm saying is when you said how celebrities get it and they're just at home, they're not all necessarily at home.
Well, what we do know is they're not going to the hospital and they're not getting administered into any kind of medical treatment that we don't know of. I'm not going to say they aren't getting medical treatment. We just don't know of that medical treatment or have even seen it. Every time we see the pictures of them going live.
Yeah, that's above our pay grade though. When you start talking about those folks,
Yeah.
they're definitely getting treatment, and they're getting treatment now. They're not waiting for kits and all that. Like that stuff is happening now.
I got a quick question. Raul, pull up on the mic. I want to answer because Raul is a weed smoker. He's a weed connoisseur.
Oh, there you go.
I wanted to know, Raul, is the weed spots opening? Are they not opening? Are they, if anything's going to happen, they're the ones that are going to come up during this whole experience of being quarantined?
I actually just read an article today and basically saying that they're staying open.
All of them?
Well,
Their regular hours?
Yeah, the majority of them. I just went to one today.
Because a lot of people, since this is a major world anxiety crisis, because people are freaking the fuck out.
That industry's going to flourish.
The weed man is going to get
It's
paid.
gonna flourish.
I would stay away from the weed personally myself.
Why is that?
Because I believe that the weed might be laced and you still got to worry about all different things being affected with the process, even when we talking about holistic things. So unless you growing yourself in a reliable source of getting your product from, I would question anything that I'm ingesting in my body.
But if you're a weed connoisseur like Raul, you know the dude that grow the shit at his crib. Right. So then you don't have to worry. But now I know what you're talking about. Just hey, anybody got some weed? And some random weed come. But when you're a connoisseur, I'm pretty sure you know
where to go. You know where it's coming from.
It's like I like to dress. I have a tailor. I don't just go anywhere and buy a suit.
Right.
So, and then I end up looking fucked up on the red carpet and shit. That's how I know my guy. It's like you know your barber.
Yeah.
You know your chef. You
really got to go to those legit spots. That are really doing it legitimately.
Like cookies.
Like cookies. Cookies is, oh my God,
that shit's one better than Nordstrom's and goddamn Macy's.
What's cookies?
Oh, you're not a weed
I don't
smoker.
smoke weed.
I'm not either, but I know through this man.
But you know somebody who does.
Tell them about cookies.
What's cookies?
It started off as a clothing line, but it became into connoisseur and into marijuana.
And they have a store. It's a facility.
I need to cut all you off because I'm gonna say something real quick. I gotta cut him off, nigga. This man brought me to the cookie store, right? And from the outside, it just looked like a random warehouse in downtown LA, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, when I tell you, I walked into the cookie store with him, nigga, it was cleaner than the Gucci showroom floor. Yeah. It looked cleaner than Barney's in the Beverly's. It looked cleaner than the Louis Vuitton and Fendi store.
It was like an Apple store.
Weed.
It was like an Apple store.
Blew me away. You been in the Apple store?
Yeah.
Imagine when you go in the Apple store and you see, the iPods, the laptops, the
all
earphones.
the displays.
But all weed, like beautiful lighting.
The lighting, everything.
I don't smoke weed either, so I was blown the fuck away.
And one thing that makes a big difference is that they actually grow their own right there.
Right there.
Spot. Yeah.
He showed me that too.
You can actually see the trees growing in the
wow.
So to answer that question, the weed business is still heavy right now going on.
Do they deliver? Because a lot of those spots they deliver now.
I'm pretty sure you can Postmate it.
Right.
I don't mean you'll get it.
You may not get it though.
And real talk, Doc, I forgot to throw this little extra part. I knew it was real when we pulled up. Me and this man pulled up. There was like when I say military assault rifle security
Cats,
out in front. Then when you go in, there's more rifles and AK-47s. And then when you get through that door, I was like, oh, this shit.
They real.
Is real. Remember? Do you remember the show? Remember the TV show back then they called Get Smart?
Of course.
They
have to go through all that.
different doors.
Yes.
I was like, oh, this is because I'd never been into a medicinal place.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that serious.
Yeah.
You remember the clipping room?
Oh, dude, he took me to where they, like the old, with the famous movie with Wesley Snipes in
New Jack City, where all the girls
New
were
York.
naked.
What were they called? What was the name? How am I gonna forget that classic hood movie?
The Carter.
New Jack City.
It's New Jack City.
New Jack City. You know the girls when they're butt naked?
Yeah, in the Carter.
But in this particular cookie, they weren't butt naked. They all
were
had their little
bikinis.
hazmat suits on. And just imagine a room. It looked like a room full of college students, like 100 college students with headphones on, listening to their own music, no talking, and they all got these little things that look like fingernail
They
clippers.
cutting weed.
Nigga, they are working like
That's crazy.
It blew me away. Then that explained the AK-47s.
Right. In case anybody try to roll up in there, it's on.
Dude, it had to be how much worth of weed any given day there?
I couldn't even imagine, man.
Throw a number out.
Just
A ballpark.
just to growing it's just the stuff that's grown probably at least a good maybe 1.5, 2 mil maybe.
Wow.
And remember, they can't put money in bank accounts.
Yeah.
So anybody knows when you see dispensaries, the reason why there's always security in it because
Yeah,
it's a
they got cash.
cash-only business.
Right, exactly.
So if you're a real gangster, you know there's got to, at any given day, a slow day's a $500,000
Yeah.
at a small spot.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You know what I mean?
I guess my biggest concern with weed, man, is the fact that what does this coronavirus really attack and take over?
Yeah.
Your lungs. Your lungs.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
what-
respiratory.
It's a respiratory issue. So that wouldn't seem smart. I don't care what you smoking to weaken your lungs and put your lungs in a weakened state by smoking. I don't care if it's weed, loud, natural, organic, whatever, came right down from manner. The point is, it doesn't even seem in just regular critical analysis sense to weaken your lungs when we got a virus out there that's affecting people's lungs.
Yeah.
Wait, I got to say something. You know how we're washing our hands and putting our little sanitizer on every 5-10 minutes. Did y'all hear about Soulja Boy? This dude just happened to come up with his own soap company.
Yeah. No.
I'm like, did he have this or did for a while? Or did this
He
nigga
already
just
had it.
say,
He
I'm
already
gonna
He
do
already
soap?
had it, and it's doing pretty well, too.
Is it really?
Yeah,
doing pretty well.
tripled in profits.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll make niggas start washing their hands.
Some young cats.
Yeah.
You know, they need some investment dollars, and they came out with some cool.
What's it called? What's it called? Soulja Boy, tell him soap. I mean, what is it?
No,
It's called You.
Wash your hands.
Yeah.
I mean, does the nigga pass him out with his mixtapes?
Nah, so it's his,
Does he have a
it's
new
not
song
his-
called Wash
it's not
Your
his
Hands?
product. It's not his product, Alex. It's actually, it was another
Oh, he
company.
put his name on it.
He just gave them the
Okay.
money and gave, not even put his name on it. He just gave them funding. He's like a silent investor of other company to give them some cash injection.
Well, you know what? Shout out to Soulja Boy because you couldn't have come with a better product at this time.
Right.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing that's tripping me out. I know everybody has seen this. Shout out to my boy George Lopez, who we're gonna have on the show in a couple of weeks. I tried to get him to come this week, but he's like, "Bro, I can't come out this week, Chingon." He's like, "It's on lockdown home." So shout out to George Lopez. But he started this thing called the Mask Challenge, right? Where he's just trying to bring awareness to keeping. What is that noise? Somebody's chair.
That's
Somebody's
his chair squeaking.
He's trying to bring awareness to keeping your hands clean and sanitizing and just not spreading the virus. But I'm seeing it all over Instagram and social media. All these goddamn masks. People are going crazy. I'm talking. There's like high-end masks now. I've seen like Gucci mask and blinged out mask and Fendi mask.
My
and
boy has a
Yeezy mask.
My
and-
boy RL from Next, he has a Fendi mask.
Are you really serious?
Yeah, we went out of town a couple of weeks ago, and he has and it's dope. I can't even front. It's just one of those accessories that you would just want to have it just because.
Right, you gonna look fly and then live also.
Yeah, there you go.
But now there you go.
There you go.
But it's just funny to me because black folks, we will find a reason to spend some high end cash so we can match our mask with our shoes.
Yeah,
because that means there's gonna be a bunch of niggas out there with matching Gucci shoes.
Yeah, that Fendi mask is dope. He
Yeah.
pulled it up. Raul pulled it up on the stream.
Yeah,
And then
it's
the
dope.
one that Yeezy, the one that Kanye did was kind of dope too. They were all blinged out, but it was made out of like what's it called? Like what's the shit? Stocking material. So he
really?
can see the people, but it's completely blinged out. I don't know. It's
Is that that's it right there?
There it is right
that's
there.
That's Kanye's?
Yeah, that's Kanye's,
wow.
and he wore that on stage. But you know now niggas are mad. Now you're gonna have a reason to people in their trunks. You know they gonna be selling matching Air Force Ones with a matching mask. You know what I'm saying? you gonna see Floyd Mayweather next with like a $90,000 Balenciaga
of course
mask. You know what I mean? What's you guys' thoughts on that? Would you rock a mask, a high end mask, Savvy?
Nah, man, I don't fuck with shit like that, man. not like that. I ain't finna be walking around looking like Bane, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
First of all, you just sounded like Ving Rhames when you said that shit.
No, youngster, I'm not wearing no shit like that, man.
Hey,
Cause I honestly don't believe that it comes from you breathing this shit anyway. Youngster, you little dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think Kanye's always cutting edge. The mask is always interesting. He was ahead.
He's
of the
been
game.
doing it.
He was ahead of the game.
Yeah, he's been doing it a while.
He is ahead of the game. I think it's just gonna be funny when you start going to like churches and places like that, and people like acclimated into different other environments outside of just your.
Oh, they're already doing that with that praise dancing, man. They putting them little paint on their face and doing a little. Clown dances.
Wait, who you talking about, Sam?
Y'all ain't never seen that at church?
No, hold on.
You're talking about the mimes.
We got a call too. We got some callers.
Okay. Who's calling us?
Oh, it's another kid.
Hold on.
No, it's probably
I can feel it.
Oh no, he got.
I got him. No,
okay.
look who it is.
Oh my God! See, this is what I love about the Funny Don't Stop Show.
Wow.
Every once in a while, we have major celebrities that call us, and we really appreciate that because guess what? I don't care how big you are, you chilling at the house quarantined right now.
Right.
Whether you want a soapbox, a futon, or $100,000 Gucci mattress.
Yeah.
Big shout out, Magic Johnson.
Caller.
Magic.
What's up?
Magic Johnson. What's up, Magic? Irv, how you doing, brother?
Yo, what's up? Funny Don't Stop Show. I'm just quarantining, being safe.
Hey, man, we really appreciate you calling, man. And I saw that you made a huge PSA the other day because one thing about you, Magic, I gotta say you have to be the most popular individual in Los Angeles history. Yeah. And when you talk, people actually listened.
Like
what made you say that? What made you want to talk to the people like that?
Well, see, Alex, for one, it's a blessing.
Right.
To be in a situation to where you can talk and people actually listen.
Exactly.
Because, I'm kind of a connoisseur for stuff like viruses. So you understand.
So you collect them.
No pun intended. I'm a connoisseur. Like I bring information when it comes to viruses.
Right.
I let people know, the information about the HIV virus and how to keep people safe.
Right.
So when I heard about the COVID-19, I was like, LA Lakers, and NBA players and everybody just gotta be safe. They gotta wash their hands.
Yeah.
Scrub a dub.
in the motherfucking tub.
And now there you go.
So Magic, I got a quick question for you, man.
What's up?
You know me. I've known you a lot of years, man. I'm the biggest Laker fan on the planet. I'm just a little nervous right now because it just happened to be this whole thing comes down when we are the second best in the league.
Right.
It looks like we're being set up to, play that championship versus the Milwaukee Bucks.
Right.
But if and when we come back, and they're saying it might be a month, it might be 2 months. Do you think that we're going to, go straight to the playoffs? Or do you think that it'll be enough time, or would they continue the season to see like who's going to get to the championship? Or would they just take it as if the season ended last week, and if you made the playoffs, then you're in the playoffs?
Well, I'm good friends with Adam Silver.
Okay.
And Adam Silver has told me on a private phone call that he's going to make it to where you start off right where you left off. Because, see, you have to understand with basketball.
Okay.
See, Alex, you can't go right to the playoffs because players going to be rusty.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be excuses like, oh, the Lakers was rusty and that's why they didn't win. Or the Clippers, they came right into the playoffs and they couldn't win. So what we going to do, Well, what I should say is what the commissioner of the NBA gonna do, our great commissioner Adam Silver, what he gonna do is start the season right where it left off and just extend it. If it leaks into August, then so be it. But everything is gonna go back to normal, and we're gonna play a complete season.
Okay. Well, I'm just praying, Magic, that if we do pick up where we left off, and let's just say, we did have to start with the playoffs, I'm just hoping and praying the first time we play is not the Utah Jazz.
But now there you go.
Because they don't got 4 players on their team that came down with the virus.
Hey, Alex.
And the bad part is LeBron ain't showing up.
You trying to get me in trouble. But I know what you talking about, man. Hey,
Right.
Whoever we run into, they going down, baby. Lakers on the way.
Yeah. Big round of applause, you guys.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Magic,
All right.
Magic Johnson.
Oh my God.
But that's huge, man.
That's dope.
For Magic
Magic
to call.
called in, bro.
Good looking out, Magic.
Come
That's
on,
dope.
man.
That's
gonna-
dope, man.
Yeah.
Man, I never expected that right there, bro. That's big right there, man.
Oh no, that's huge, man. For him, not only is he a friend of the family, that dude is like, the world loves that man. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
So that was huge, man.
And there you go.
There you go.
Now, there you go.
So they're saying Trump. Did you guys watch him on the news today? Am I the only person that watched him on the news today? Did anybody watch Donald Trump?
I watched him a little bit today. I watched him yesterday. He's just a clown bird, dude.
I watched him call the coronavirus the Chinese virus.
Yeah.
Did he really
Yes,
say that?
that's what's trending right now.
Yes, he did.
That's what's trending right now.
The Chinese virus.
Yes.
Wow,
That's fucked up.
It is fucked up, but let's think about it. We found out about this from wasn't China the first place?
That's
that
what we heard about it from.
Wuhan,
And
Wuhan, China.
Yeah, he's just being brutally honest and speaking like a lot of people speak, and I guess that's why a lot of people love him. But yeah, that's the wrong thing to say in these times like this. You know what I mean?
It is because it puts. See,
They've already responded too. Go
But
ahead.
yeah, they've responded. But when you have ignorant people and they start to believe that it is a Chinese virus, they may start hurting Asian people. You know?
Well, that's what they want. They want to see racial bias in the country. You
Yeah.
know, they're already talking about like Chinese food sales are down on an all-time low right now.
I'm sure it
People
is.
aren't eating Chinese food or
Man,
even supporting
forget that.
Chinese products.
I'm getting me some shrimp fried rice. What
You
y'all
like,
talking
fuck
about?
it.
Doc, you're not gonna stop eating Chinese food?
Man,
No.
please.
So you don't think anything's gonna be in your dim sum or in your wontons?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
just
cool.
checking. Okay, because I'm
We
about to
need, we
throw.
need equal opportunity, man. We've been dealing with 400 years of segregation, oppression, racism, all different kind of isms in society. You know, not to say that it's a breath of fresh air, but
Right.
we want to see equal opportunity for people to get their opportunity to take part of all parts of the American society. And unfortunately,
Right.
you know, bigotism and racism is a part of it. So
Right. You know, and what's crazy is I guess I'm playing, I don't know if the word is devil's advocate, and I don't know if this is going to kick up some dust, but part of my job is to talk about that real
yeah,
shit.
we're weighing out the pros and the cons.
China hasn't liked us for a while. Yeah, and they've been up, the Chinese people obviously, as we know, do not like Donald Trump, right?
Yeah.
And is it in the back of anybody's head here, you guys, that because of the wrongdoings and the situations that have been happening with China in the last 6 months, could this be something where they were like, okay, motherfucker, we're going to get you in a way that you would have never imagined, and when we hit you, we're going to hit you hard?
Who, you talking about China against America? Or
Yeah,
America?
Yeah,
like,
but-
could this have been something, a
But
way
they're,
like,
but they're
we're
also
not getting you
affecting
in the sky.
themselves. But it's not like
They
it's
were
not-
affected before us.
Right, so it's not like it's something that only we got or somebody else got.
That's
they
true.
were affected by it as well.
But
That's
I think
true.
you're on the right track, though, Alex. I think there are a lot of
help me out,
there are
Sid.
a lot of theorists out there that's saying that it could possibly be the other way around because the negotiations are going so hard right now with China and the Trump deal that they're saying that this could possibly be a biological weapon that actually
Exactly.
America, but the other way around, America launched this virus
it backfired?
Not backfired. It did its job, but somewhat backfiring because now it's
on
kicking
us.
back,
Because it's come back on us.
kicking
Yeah.
back on us.
Well, that's a theory.
Hey, one
That's
thing
a theory.
I heard
So-
one of the prime ministers in China actually blaming America
Yeah.
that set that up.
Because we're toppling their economy.
Yeah,
Their
yeah,
economy
yeah.
has been toppled. Yeah, we're seeing our stock markets go down, but as we've seen today, The stock market went up 3,000 points today.
Well, I also heard that there's a lot of stuff. I couldn't tell you exactly what product, but I heard a shitload of stuff. I mean, not heard. We all know damn near everything in your house. When you will look outside the window, everything you see is damn near everything's made in China.
Right.
So I heard there's a lot of business and people aren't getting shipments for their products for their businesses.
Right. So
because they get everything from China.
Yeah, what was the first thing Trump did? He actually shut down exports from China. So now this whole China embargo deal makes it now legal for him to like stop trade with China. Now be able to go back in and negotiate.
So does that
terms.
feel like that's by design?
It does actually.
It's
I mean, the way you presented it, that seems
The way Sid just said it does.
That's exactly. That seems very fishy.
Yeah, there's a lot of
But
theories floating. We
I
want
have
to say
a
this is
question.
conjecture. Not
Does anybody think at all that any of this is biblical?
Man,
If
that's
there was some
that's
deep biblical
right there.
people here, and which I love the Lord, and I read my Bible.
he heard your cry?
But
You don't jack off when
I
you
don't
pray,
read it
do
as
you?
much as two of my friends, Sid Brass, and also my boy Daryl Heath. But
So when you start talking
everybody
about
will say, those people that really
When you
learn
start
into the
talking
Bible,
about
they will say all this was said.
in Revelations,
Yeah, in Revelations.
It was.
in Revelation. So a lot of this stuff, man, that I'm hearing, I'm leaning towards something biblical and the mark of the beast and the second
yeah,
coming.
Stay prayed up, man. You just gotta stay prayed
prayed
up.
But
and all
doesn't
that.
this? Let me ask you this, and I know Sid might know. What happened? Because the swine flu happened in Obama era, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
I mean,
They found a vaccine or something to kill it off.
Well, we know about microorganisms. They actually morph and it's all same strands of the same virus that constantly keeps coming back. And so it's finding a way to live, just like anything else in society. It's a living organism. So organisms will find a way to metastasize and find ways to actually live and pervade themselves. So as we keep coming up with antibodies to try to suppress them, they're still finding other ways to live.
I
But
got a
to his
question.
point is, it's it's always something. Ebola was the big thing. Like
Right,
there's
that
all
was a
these
big one, too.
things
Mad
that-
cow. We could keep going. There's a lot of things.
Yeah,
that-
the Zika virus.
Zika, yeah. I got a question for you, Sid, and I guess this is for everybody, but maybe this is something you could run with. So they're saying that this coronavirus could possibly cause a recession. I'm hearing it on the news every day. Do you think that is the truth? And if so,
definitely.
how?
Absolutely.
For the people that don't know, how can this virus started? Well, first things first. I heard that the airline industry is in fear of going bankrupt.
They're asking for a
Absolutely, 'cause
bailout.
nobody wants to fly.
Yeah, they're asking for a bailout.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, put it this way. If you live in Northridge and you work in Orange County, you can fly to work right now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning for like $20.
Yeah, it's
It's
dirt.
cheaper
It's
than
dirt
a gallon
cheap.
at 91.
Right.
But
Yeah,
the-
it's crazy.
My wife
Yeah,
was just online. Like, don't forget what you're about to say. My wife was literally today because we were planning on going to Hawaii for my birthday, and that's in October. And it would have been the low to fly to Maui in October, which is however many months away from now. A cheap ticket was like $680.
Yeah.
Like between $480, $680. But she's like, right now, she's like, dude, if we get these tickets a day, it could be like $287.
First class?
No, maybe not first class.
Because we
but
know you only fly first class.
I at least try to.
There you go.
I'm gonna be honest. When I don't have to fly a coach, that's the last resort for me. Flying coach is like flying in the nigga's lap. And I feel like I worked really hard in my 25 years
Man, once
being on airplanes.
Once you
and
fly
100
first class,
Yeah.
it's like you cannot
never go
fly.
back.
You can't go back, man.
Nah, man.
Doc,
I can't go past like Delta Comfort.
Yeah.
Like that. That's the lowest.
Yeah.
Like
Doc, let me
Delta
tell you
Comfort is the
something.
Especially
lowest.
on anything past three hour flight.
Yes.
Oh, exactly.
Past a 3 hour
Doc,
flight.
I couldn't give you an amount of miles, but nigga, I think I'm up in the hundreds of millions of miles.
Yeah.
Like I could get a free ticket to Iraq right
Exactly.
now.
So wait,
That's how much I fly.
what do you
know what I
usually
mean?
fly? Delta or?
I'm only American.
Oh, that's right. Because you were. What is their admirals? Is that?
Yeah,
is what
I'm
that
the
is?
Admirals
Yeah.
Club.
See, I only fly Delta.
See, I only fly. I mean, even when promoters call me, I've had promoters
Oh
call
no,
me.
it's
and
in,
just
it's in the agreement. It
it's in
has
the
to be
agreement.
Delta.
I've had promoters hit me, Doc, and be like, "Yeah, just give us a time and what airport you want to go at." I'm like, "Nigga, Do you think you're talking to an open micer?
Right.
Nigga, I only fly, and people want to think it's bougie, but those
it's
of
not.
us that understand the game,
Exactly.
all my miles accumulate.
Absolutely.
Everything I buy, everything when I eat, when I'm with my American kids, they don't understand all these things work together.
Absolutely.
Your miles, your American Express, whether I'm at dinner somewhere, I might get a free lobster dinner at Maestro's.
Exactly, because
of
of
my
all-
goddamn miles.
because everything you've accumulated.
Nigga, my trip to New Mexico could get us all lobster next week, nigga.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, when the restaurant's open. But
Not next week.
Right.
Hey, but real talk though, do you think this can cause a recession?
Worse than a recession. Recession.
How's that?
A recession is just mild compared to where the stock market is right now. We talking about a whole all-out like crash of the stock market. We're talking about, possibly the dollar value just bottoming out. And if the Federal Reserve doesn't inject capital into the market, we seeing like a whole out crash where the dollar doesn't mean anything. And so that's what you got to worry about more so than a depression, because there isn't a workforce, there isn't a labor force. People can't buy things. Only thing people can buy right now is food. And then you're going to be able to evacuate all of the sources. So I've been out there talking to actually a lot of grocery stores and convenience stores. They're sitting back up 300%. I was talking to a few grocery stores today. They're up.
Oh, because people are buying everything.
300% up in profit.
Here's the crazy part, and before we move on to this next thing, here's the crazy part. I live in a predominantly white neighborhood, so my grocery store that I go to is majority white people, right?
Where do you go? Pavilions?
No, I go to Ralph's.
Okay.
My wife loves Ralph's. We don't. Pavilions is just. I mean, they just, but nigga, a banana is $23. Nigga,
Pavilions and Gelson's.
Nigga, apples are $52.50.
Yeah.
And I can get a bigger apple at Ralph's and shit, right?
for real.
No, but I'm not bougie and shit. You know what I mean? But
Well, no,
my
I'm
wife
not saying that
likes
you're
to-
bougie. I was just thinking because of that neighborhood, that would be the grocery
Absolutely,
store.
but the neighborhood really is. I live closer to a Whole Foods, but when it comes to Whole Foods, is specific things.
Yeah.
Like when I
But
get,
Whole Foods is expensive too.
it's very. But for example, we try to eat blue agave in our house instead of honey.
Yeah.
Right? Because I drink tea before I go to bed every single night.
I do it every morning.
I do it every night before I
Yeah.
go to bed. So tea, a lot of people don't understand. Blue agave is actually sweeter but more healthy for you,
Healthier.
right? And what's so funny is blue agave, you can put like a half a teaspoon and your tea be perfect.
Right.
Where the honey, nigga, I feel like I
gotta
gotta put the whole
gallons of that
goddamn bear out just so my tea will be. So I mean, this is some inside bougie shit.
You gotta rub the whole belly to get
I
sweet.
gotta rub Papa Bear's belly and shit just to get my honey in there. But blue agave, sometimes you're not gonna find that at Ralph's. So you got to go to Whole Foods.
Or Trader Joe's. And Trader
Trader
Joe's,
Joe's.
Their prices for blue agave is way better than Whole Foods.
Right. So, but you understand what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
But my purpose of saying this was I wanted to see for myself. So I went to my neighborhood and I went to the Ralph's. And just for the hell of it, me and my wife went to the hood. We went to the Ralph's over off of La Brea and Rodeo.
Oh, hell no.
2 blocks away from the jungle.
Right, I know.
Just because, hey, nigga, we still real niggas. My cousins still live over there. But I said, while we over here, because we were visiting family, I'm like, nigga, let's run up in the Ralph's, right? So I noticed in the white neighborhoods, the usual. There's no water, there's no sanitizer, and there's no toilet tissue. You go in the hood, Ralph's, nigga, they are the chicken, Hennessy, and condoms. So obviously, black folks have a different set of priorities.
Absolutely, right.
Throughout this coronavirus, we is eating, drinking, and fucking.
Right.
Yeah.
And with all that being said, I'm getting on to another subject, man. It's the country of Luxembourg. Have you guys heard of Luxembourg? It's in the middle of Europe. They've made all forms of transportation free. They literally, to cut out air pollution, to cut out traffic, to cut out accidents. So like literally.
Because of Corona?
No, they kind of did
just
it
a
right
regular
before
way
that.
of living. Okay.
But, I was wondering to ask you guys, do you think the rest of the world is trying to lean towards this to stop pollution and traffic? Could you imagine, do you think that would ever happen in LA, Savvy?
Not for free.
Like nigga, with all our buses, all our trains, all our any type of transportation straight up free.
Nah, man, because we are so much about our money over here,
Capitalist,
man.
Exactly.
Capitalistic country.
Yeah, we too much about our money, man.
So how do you think they're doing it over there? They got to be about money too. I mean, it's still a country. It's still, it's still, a governor. There's still a mayor. You know what I mean? Like
They care. It seems to me. I don't know, but it seemed like they might care a little bit more about their citizens than America does. America cares about one class of citizens, and that's rich.
It's the upper class.
Yeah. And this is just about what your country's values are, right? We spend billions and billions on military defense. So we're talking about that. We're state of the art. A lot of these other countries, they don't put all their money into military. They put their money into infrastructure.
They're throwing rocks.
Yeah, they put their money into infrastructure. I was talking to some kids from Sweden a couple of days ago, and they were saying that their country pays for them to come over here to go to college.
Yeah. That's kind of like with the Jews with the birthright thing.
Yeah.
How Israel literally, if you could prove that you are a Jew and that you are a part of a synagogue in America right now to this day, if you're between 15 years old and 33, you apply for the program in Israel and they will fly you from wherever you are here in America to go back home to Israel to learn about the country and learn about your culture.
Wow.
I guess you're right about that. Some cities allot certain money.
And so to finish that point, right, after they finish college, then they have to give up a year of free work at a corporation and company. So the kid was actually, hey man, when I come back to the US, I have a whole year that I have to just work for free and don't take a salary because
like an intern basically.
Yes, because my country paid for me to actually come over here and go to college. So as my service and their country's agreement with the US, that they can come over here, tax exempt. Their country pays for them to go to college over here, but then they have to donate a year to a company in America for free work.
And Savvy, you were right about that when you said our country's so much about our money, because let's play hypothetical.
Yeah.
If all public transportation was free here, and let's just say Los Angeles. I'm really talking about America, but let's just say Los Angeles. I can only imagine the amounts of millions that the state and the country would not get or make. Because that has to be $1 billion industry in its own transportation.
Well, not for the city, but for private industry. And so that's because we're a capitalistic society. We want private industry to make money.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do. And a lot of people don't understand that a lot of our municipalities are run by private institutions. When they had those red light camera things, those weren't even ran by the city and state. That's why they actually shut it down. Because a third party company handled that. They send you the bill in the mail. You got a bill in the mail when you ran the red light, but you didn't get something from the city. You got it from a private company in behalf of the city, and then you had to pay them. So you got to understand that we such in a capitalistic society. These are the same people that pay our politicians, so they pass laws in favor for people that lobby, and that's where you get lobbyists.
Well, I know one thing. If they were to have free transportation in the city of Los Angeles, this goddamn traffic would definitely calm the hell down, because I know it's bad. I mean, right now, the streets are vacant because of the coronavirus.
Right.
But on a regular basis, the traffic in this city, I'm born and raised here. It is, when I tell you it is 50 times worse now than it was 4, 5, 6 years ago. I feel like the entire world is coming to Los Angeles to live. Parking is horrible.
People still wouldn't use it though. People still wouldn't use it, even if it was free. People would.
Do you agree with that, Doc? Do you agree with that?
It's like it's 35 cents to get on the bus right now, dude. Stop it. People got the money. It ain't like no big.
He's like,
it ain't no big. It ain't no.
Like, I ain't fuck with no bus.
It ain't no big. It's not no big money. Yeah, you can pay $1.50 for a day pass and ride all day for $1.50. Like,
how do you know that, Sam?
Dude,
because you're fucking fact man.
I've been on the subway.
Hey,
here,
but
dude.
The metro in LA is not bad.
How do you know that, Doc?
Because when there's Laker games and I know that the traffic is really bad.
Oh, you'll do it.
I would drive my car to North Hollywood and I'll take the metro downtown, get there in 20 minutes, and I'm good.
I figured dudes like you and me that are like born and raised here and been here our whole lives and we're adults now. I feel like all that new transportation shit happened in our adult lives when we had cars. Like if we were 15 and 16,
I mean,
in LA, we would have been on subways.
No, but we had the RTD back then.
And nigga, I was an RTD taking motherfucker.
Exactly.
I'm not afraid to admit it. I tell everybody my real story. Salvi, you always trip when I bring up stuff that you didn't know about me.
Yeah.
How about my first TV appearance was BET Comic View in 1991 at the Normandy Casino.
Oh.
And I straight caught the bus to my TV appearance. And with D.L. Hughley as the host. And then if you ever look back, I had on a Wayne Gretzky hockey jersey. And I put the hockey jersey in a plastic bag because I didn't want to look on the bus like I'm a nigga with money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Pulling up off of Vermont in whatever Century or wherever that shit was.
Yeah.
I didn't want to look like, oh, this nigga, we gonna jack this nigga.
We're going to roll up on him because that is the hood over there.
Nigga,
Yeah.
when I tell you I sat in the first seat of the bus, nigga, I was damn near in the bus driver's lap. That's how close I was. I was having conversations with niggas. How long you been riding buses, nigga? You know what I mean? It was crazy, man. I just remember that.
I rode the bus by like an extreme situation. No, the light
In
rail.
LA?
Yeah, here the subway by extreme situation. I was working on a work job and driving a van for the company that I was working for downtown. Parked the van got towed to the tow lot. So
Wow.
I was stuck. So I caught the subway from downtown. It let me out right at Lancashire, right there.
Exactly, right there.
By, Roger Dunn.
It's a super easy,
Right there by
easy
Roger
ride.
It is, and I heard it's fast.
No,
it gets
it's
from downtown.
fast,
Yeah.
and for real, you see the funniest things on the train. I would
I
literally,
can imagine,
if
like
I could,
New Yorkers do on a regular
I would
basis.
take the train every day.
Oh yeah. Sometimes when I'm in New York though, and me and my
New York
wife, we
is
take the
different,
subway
but that's the way
just to say we did it.
Yeah.
But that's the way of
The problem-
life.
That's the
there
way
is
of life.
Totally
Yeah.
different.
And that's the biggest thing. It's the culture, and they will have to reinvent the culture of LA
In LA,
to where
right.
it's cool. New York, it's a guy that makes millions of dollars. That's
still
a stock
on the
They're still
subway.
on the subway.
next to a dude that
Exactly.
flip burgers at McDonald's. Right?
Exactly.
So it's part of the culture where LA is not embedded as the culture. People
You're
in
right.
LA just acclimated to going back downtown.
Oh yeah, come on. So we know, Savvy, you born and raised in L.A. Doc, you born and raised in L.A. Come on, let's just kind of take it back to, let's say we're 21, right?
Right.
Nigga, you could not tell a bitch you were on the bus.
No, you couldn't.
And think you still gonna get some ass at 21 years old.
No.
Back in our days, like
Nah.
in the late 80s, early 90s, you would have looked like a complete fucking failure. Like, nigga, you don't have a car. I can't get this big booty bitch to go out on a date with me on the 217, nigga.
Yeah, part of the reason is
217.
people got
going through an El Monte station because El Monte station was where you would connect
Exactly.
to go to all the other cities.
And for one of the real LA niggas, you knew when I said the 217, if you listen, you'd be like, that nigga really did catch the bus. Come on, that's the
and coming
Fairfax
from
line.
Chicago, somebody that grew up around like towers and grew up
Yeah,
around
yeah, yeah,
buildings,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
People couldn't have cars because obviously it was nowhere to park the damn car, even if you
Yeah.
could get a car. So people
Yeah.
didn't have a car. The problem that I always used to find with people in LA when they start talking about hoods and what projects, I'm like, dude, you got a front yard,
Right.
You got a garage,
Grass.
you got a lawn and grass.
Right,
You
right.
can't tell me how hood Compton or Inglewood is because you got an actual house.
Right.
Talk to me when you in a building that's like 35 floors
Right,
up,
right,
and
right.
everybody got to catch one
Right.
elevator, and the elevator
Right.
broke, and you got to walk your food up the stairs,
No,
right?
yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine that. Hey, I want to jump subject. So it's actually a subject we touched earlier. It's actually two topics we touched earlier, but I want to get it before we got to go. They're saying that the NFL will no longer suspend players for testing positive for marijuana.
Yeah.
So my question is, does that mean, what's his name, Gordon or Goodwin? With the receiver
yeah.
that just could not stop getting busted
Oh, yeah.
for the weed.
Get off the weed.
What's his name? Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Josh
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 Gordon.
Gordon,
Good one.
who's absolutely one of the most amazing young kids on the planet when it comes to being a wide receiver. He's got that LeBron type body. He had 1,000 different chances. Done, the Patriots let him go, the Browns let him go, and he literally would fail the weed test every single year to the point where he was ousted out of the league. So, two questions, I guess, and whoever wants to answer this, answer it. Does that mean the people that got kicked out that couldn't pass the test, are they going to be able to come back? And then
reinstated?
And then the second part is, why all of a sudden, if you get busted for weed, is it okay? Is that because weed it's medicinal now? I don't know. Maybe you could start with it, Raul.
Weed connoisseur.
Well, I think, like I said, a lot of it, if you abuse it, of course, anything's bad. But a lot of people use it for medical use.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I use it for my back. I've been in 6 car accidents. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
See, I was about to say great excuse, but you
wanna
really
go
do
for a
have an
ride.
excuse. But you really do. You really were in the accidents. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, I mean, I got put on it at a younger age. I didn't get started till like at 18.
And just so you guys know, Raul has 13 chiropractors. Just to let you know.
Wow.
This dude got a whole Rolodex of adjustment people because he really has been in 6 car accidents. Why have you been in so
I'm
many
not getting in the car with your ass.
You know what's funny is not one of them has been my fault.
Yeah, right.
No, just head-on collisions and rear engines, man, and never not one.
Man, your ass is like Slep Rock.
I'm waiting on the check right now. As a matter of fact.
Trying to cash out.
What's that? Like that character in the Charlie Brown with the cloud that rains on him.
Yeah, man, dude. Yeah.
Shit.
So what is the deal, you guys? I mean, like, why is this? Do you think that they'll know? I don't know if I'm saying it right. If you get tested for weed, they just sweep it under the rug, or does that mean just weed, or is it just if you're tested and they find marijuana in your system?
Yeah, weed is no longer a banned substance. You know?
Right.
So now guys really are going to probably be using it on the sidelines?
Yeah.
It's got a twisted angle. Fire that up. Nigga, all of a sudden you're going to be seeing Snoop on the sidelines at Rams games. Oh, shit. Gurley went down with a hamstring. Get that fire in here. Snoop.
Hit that.
Yeah.
Snoop is chilling in the end zone.
Give him the Kush treatment. Nigga come back in and score 7 touchdowns and shit.
See, this is why I can't really ever feel bad for athletes. Because corporate America doesn't follow that same principle. You can't work at FedEx and be like, yo, we're no longer allowing drivers to get tested for weed, right? We're still testing everybody else in society.
Because you'll fuck people's packages up if you hide, said.
Yeah, but it's the same. So the guy that's making $9.99 an hour is held to a higher degree of responsibility than some guy making $15 million, $25 million a year. It's crazy. And then they want to actually be spokesman and preach to us about what's going on in society. When you're so out of touch with society, it's crazy. I just think it's kind of like hypocritical in some aspects.
Hey, we got one more topic before we leave. Did you guys hear that Dolly Parton's about to turn 75 years old, and she wants to be on the cover of Playboy at 75 years old? She was, the last time she was in Playboy, first of all, it was black and white. And
she was an A cup.
No,
It was
she was an A cup.
no, that joint was on tablets, my nigga. Like that was one of the 10 Commandments. That's how long ago it was.
And it really was 19. It was really 1978. So, what do you guys think? Do you think they're gonna allow this to happen, Doc?
Yeah.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people would just being curious.
See, I thought it would be a bunch of 75-year-old men that used to jack off to her in the 70s.
Either way,
now he can bust that last nut before he dies.
Before he dies.
Yeah. What you think, Sam?
And she's gonna show her titties.
But who wants to see some 75-year-old titties?
Man, you know she got.
I really would, but just because it's Dolly,
She probably got 19-year-old titties, though.
I want to see a nipple.
You ain't gotta see
Well,
that.
you know what? Savvy has a good point.
I'll take a look at Dolly's nipple for sure.
So her nipples are like probably the size of your thumbs. She got throwback nipples. Let Savvy finish laughing. Stop. Let Savvy laugh.
Man, y'all stupid,
Savvy,
man.
you finished?
I'm done, man. Y'all silly, man.
No. But when you think about it, like for her to be 70, you had a good point. I'm pretty sure she's 75, but she's had so much plastic surgery over the years. She ain't got some 75-year-old.
She got 18-year-old titties.
No. How about 6-month-old titties? Because she just put them in last January, nigga. That's what I think.
I'm cool on that. Anything to try to keep that publication alive. Like print publication is so dead in the water right now. So they willing to go to a 75-year-old issue of Dolly Parton. Y'all is stretching, dude.
No, they aren't. But now that I think about it real quick before we leave, I heard as of the last 2 years, Playboy don't even show coochie no more.
Nah.
Nah.
Oh,
They
so
never really did.
They never
did it in a classy way.
They never. Yeah. It wasn't Hustler.
It wasn't, remember Larry Flint? The thing that made Larry Flint so huge,
It's because he was showing pussy.
he wouldn't. No. Larry Flint said no. Let what's his name? What was Hugh Hefner show the pussy? I'm gonna show you the inside of the pussy. Larry Flint said, I'm gonna let you see the pink part, nigga.
Yeah, it's just
That's how he blew the fuck
It's just a dead game now, man. When cats can just go on Pornhub and Google a 75-year-old
No, for sure.
naked body and see it, it's like no allure. Like when we was kids, you never saw a naked woman before. You didn't have access to seeing it.
It's not a
before.
big deal anymore.
So it was no kind of like nostalgia behind it.
Right.
We used to get excited about about the Jet Beauty of the Week.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. And
I used to always turn to that beauty
That
of the
was
week.
the first picture. As soon as I got Jet, I was looking at the Jet Beauty of the Week.
Come on, we all were, dude.
Everybody wanted that beauty of the week.
Yeah,
just
I was
wanted-
such a pervert too. I would be like looking and zooming in and try to see a little extra. Oh shit!
Oh, me.
Yo, you
I
might
used
be
to
able to
be
see a little something
I
extra
used to be
on there.
mad when I was a kid because I was like, could we see some booty though? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Because you know
Booty
that
of
was
the week.
before girls used to do the
Really
like
poke-
the,
they-
it
before they
would
would
just
really
be
poke it
a-
out.
It'd
Yeah.
just be a
Be a skin-
sexy
yeah.
black woman with some
Damn.
gigantic areolas and titties hanging down to her kneecaps. But you know, at that time, you didn't know no better.
That brought me back with that beauty of the week,
That
man.
Jet Beauty of the Week.
That's
There you
crazy.
go.
That Jet should
Now, there
come
you
back.
go.
That Jet should revamp and just go like ghetto with it and do like a
It would-
Jet thought of the week.
And
right?
it would be like it would be
Thought of the week.
And then just and use all those social media Instagram girls and have like a viral Jet. They have millions of followers and just
Yeah.
do a thought Instagram
That's
model of
hilarious.
the week
That's
and
true.
Of the
just
week.
put them on social media.
And on that thought, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
And there you
Man,
go.
let me
Now,
tell
there
you,
you
when
go.
you're having fun, now there you go.
Now there you go.
We haven't. See, this is what I mean. I just want to thank you guys for being gangsters and all of us being on the same page and coming out tonight because I think that this was needed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't left the house, and when I tell you this is so therapeutic as a stand-up comic. It is like I'm going through withdrawals right now because we can't even walk into a comedy club right now, right,
Yeah.
Savvy?
Yeah.
So
We
we're
can't.
used to getting that instant gratification from live audience. I've literally canceled 6 shows in the last week. So it kind of pissed me off because that's money that I'm not getting. But I'd rather be safe because, hey, man, like I said, I got a 2-year-old son at the house. I got a 4-year-old daughter, and my wife is 4 months pregnant. So it's one of those kind of things, man, where it's all about safety first. But I appreciate you guys being the quarterback here and appreciate my teammates.
And
showing up
shout out
with me
Bling and
together.
Betsy. We missed her today. She'll be back with us next week, live in effect. You know, our prayers and blessings go out to her and her family. She's
Absolutely.
checking on
I'll
them
be
down.
back,
So shout out.
I thought that was her for a second.
Betsy, you know we love you, but it would be the white girl that got shook, though, right?
Yeah, right.
You
Hey.
would think Betsy would have been here, but we
they
understand she
better
had
be
to go
shook.
see her family, and we
Yeah.
appreciate you, and we miss you, and we know you're going to be back. Now, if you're not back next week, Betsy, I'm thinking you tripping on us right now.
Unless she got that shit.
Yeah, shout out DJ Dano too. Shout out DJ Dano. and
Shout
the
out
next two.
DJ Dano. Also, shout out where we are coming to you live from at Dash Radio,
yes.
right here in the heart of Hollywood, California, right here on Hollywood Boulevard. Shout out to DJ Ski and our boy John. We really appreciate y'all. And we gonna be here every week, man, unless we get that call next week that they say that they literally shutting down the streets and we can't get out.
curfew.
But let's hope it doesn't go there. So everybody that listened to us tonight, everybody that watched us tonight, we truly appreciate you. And before we go, let everybody know where they can find you at, Savvy.
Real quick, I do this every year on my birthday. My birthday is March 18th.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah, birthday is tomorrow. So I do this every year on my birthday. If y'all follow me on Instagram, all I'm asking from every single one of my followers is for $1. That's it.
Come on,
My
we gotta
Cash
do that.
App is Savvy Enterprises. All I'm asking my followers for is $1. You can find me on Instagram at Savvy_amusing.
I ain't mad at that. I heard Creflo Dollar gave out his Cash App because people ain't going to church, so they can tithe through their Cash App to the damn pastor.
There you go.
But before you say your name, said to show you how much I love you, and I'm not always put my money where my mouth is. You said you want $1 from all your followers.
That's it.
Well, nigga, I'm gonna give you 2.
Oh, I got my first one from
$2.
Alex Thomas, y'all.
Yeah.
There's $2 right there,
Sanitize that
brother.
dollar.
Sanitize that.
Wait,
Sanitize that.
here you go.
That could have been in a stripper's coochies.
Wipe me down. Never know with Alex, huh?
Well, the strip clubs are closed right now, so that couldn't have been all up in the dames and games or nothing like that.
Wipe me down.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Shout out.
But real talk though, I really wish he would have told us about that earlier because we could have been talking about how beautiful it is that the Lord has blessed you with another year, brother.
yeah.
First of all, big round of applause for Savvy and his
man.
birthday.
No doubt, Savvy.
man.
You could have put the banner up on the
Yeah,
web,
man.
too.
No, I didn't want to make the show about me, man. It's about all
all
of us,
about
bro.
you, man. It's
So,
about you.
Well, the good thing about it, you got your family and your friends that love you because, nigga, you couldn't have a party right now if you wanted one.
nah, I couldn't.
So
Got the virtual party.
Nigga gonna have a virtual party.
Right. You gonna have a virtual party.
Virtual party.
Niggas is gonna be throwing you ones on their laptops.
Everybody jump on that sweatshirt.
It just ain't gonna get to you. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But happy birthday, man. So
Yo,
yeah,
thanks, fam.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate it,
Happy
y'all.
birthday, man.
Said, where can they find you at?
Check me out at Said Brass. That's Said with a S, EDBRASS.
Raul, let them know where they can find you at, bro.
Goose, man.
You can find me at the Big Goose, DABIGGUZ.
Yes. And Doc.
DOC221ENT.
That's what's up. And you can check me out at Funny Man Alex Thomas. The hashtag is The Funny Don't Stop. And the name of this show is
The Funny Don't Stop Show.
Yeah, big round of applause.
The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. Hey, the funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop show. The funny don't stop. Hey.
My name is Halo Thomas, and you're listening to the Funny Don't Stop Show.